Hello, my name is Jonathan Braley, and I'm the Director of Threat Intelligence at the IT-ISAC. Myself and the entire team at the IT-ISAC want to wish everyone a happy Cybersecurity Awareness Month. A question that we receive often at the IT-ISAC is, what is an ISAC? Or in some cases, people want to know, what's the difference between an ISAC and an ISAO? And it's a great question. They're very similar, but there are differences to them. So before we get into that, information sharing is an extremely useful and important way to draw attention to and prevent threats within and across sectors. So having a secure way to share information is just as important as sharing it in the first place. ISACs and ISAOs both provide that to security teams as well as our members. So though ISACs and ISAOs are both forums for collaboration and structured information sharing, they have important differences. So let's start with the ISACs first. ISACs stand for Information Sharing and Analysis Centers. They got their start back in 1998 after a Presidential Decision Directive 63 was passed. That required the federal government to request that each critical sector create their own organization through which members could share cyber threat intelligence. And there are 16 U.S. critical sectors. These includes things like financial services, healthcare, energy, informational technology, food and agriculture, amongst many others. So ISACs serve as a medium for member organizations to share amongst themselves. They also provide a number of additional resources. Those resources differ between ISACs. There isn't a set in stone model for them. They're all a little bit different, but we all have that same goal of helping our members share cyber threat information. The IT-ISAC, my team, we offer daily, weekly reporting. We have a team of threat analysts that assist our members. We have a threat intelligence platform for members to share indicators of compromise. We have collaborative adversary playbooks. We have special interest groups, virtual calls, things like that. And we also leverage our ISAC members with the public sector through some of our government partnerships. So that's an ISAC. What is an ISAO? ISAOs are information sharing and analysis organizations. ISAOs came about from a White House directive to promote information sharing within industry sectors. So instead of those critical US sectors, we have smaller industry sectors as well. So ISAOs allow sharing amongst organizations across and within sectors that aren't already represented by existing ISACs. They're very flexible when it comes to what groups are designed for. They can be threat specific, region based, or even for sectors within sectors, such as organizations who manufacture a very specific type of product. So this makes them a great option for organizations that don't necessarily fit into a traditional sector category. So between ISACs and ISAOs, organizations of all sizes and sectors can find a place where they can collaborate with industry peers and share and receive cyber threat information. This is particularly important in today's digital landscape, where cyber threats can impact anyone, from Fortune 500 companies down to the smallest of small businesses. Cyber threats don't discriminate. We often say it's a matter of when, not if, a cyber attack will happen to you. Information sharing is not just about swapping stories with your peers. It's an extremely important way to not just keep your own team safe, but to contribute to the safety of your industry and community as a whole. When you do share information, whether it's through an ISAC or an ISAO, remember to keep some important tips in mind. Pay attention to what information is most relevant and important to share, such as indicators of compromise, tactics, techniques, and procedures of adversaries. Keep that sensitive information anonymous. You can do things like follow traffic light protocol, where you can have sharing rules on the data that you're sharing. You can use the ISAC or the ISAO to share trusted information. A lot of us have MOUs and NDAs in place that allow you to safely share cyber threat information without worried about information getting leaked or any legal ramifications that could come from that. And if you are sharing with a ISAC or an ISAO, make sure you review your membership agreement and keep up with all of these standards and policies. Each of them are going to have different rules about how they manage the information. So having a way to share and receive intelligence quickly and efficiently is important, no matter what industry or organizations you serve. ISACs and ISAOs help organizations build collective defenses through collaboration. That helps you reduce risk and respond faster when incidents do occur. Joining one of these communities gives you the power of a larger network of defenders working together, right? You're building these relationships with peer organizations that have a lot of the same challenges as you. And now you are complementing your own security teams by adding all these additional eyes, all these additional resources that the other organizations have. So if your organization is interested in joining an ISAC or an ISAO, the National Council of ISACs is a great place to begin doing your research. The council currently has 28 member ISACs and ISAOs. The IT-ISAC being one of those organizations. If you're interested, you can check for more details at the nationalcouncilofisacs.org. So now hopefully that helped you kind of know the difference between ISACs and ISAOs, and that will help you decide, which of these essential platforms can serve your team's cybersecurity needs best. Though there are differences between them, they do work together. They're all working towards the same goal. A lot of the ISACs and the ISAOs are all working together to defend the sectors and the industries that they represent. Very nice speaking with you today, and I hope you have a great rest of your Cybersecurity Awareness Month.